Hi, I'm Danielle Wheeler. I'm the producer of the short film One for the Road, and I also happen to star in it too. So I'm an actress and producer.
So last time we talked, we dived into your production side of it, but I was amazed at the acting. I watched the film again, and
good.
I was kind of amazed at how. Do you have a sibling? Is there? I mean, it felt so real. Can you tell me a bit about how you channeled that sibling rivalry
Yes,
feel?
I do. I'm the youngest of three of us total, so I have an older brother and older sister. And so having a brother, it was very real. It was very easy to channel kind of the underlining brother sister. We get to pick on each other, but like underlining love between us and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was. I grew up being picked on and picking on my older siblings, and so it was very natural.
What about that element of just like the road feel or the feel of movement in family?
Yeah, luckily I don't like a lot of change personally, and so luckily we never had to move around as a family or anything like that, and I've never had anything drastic change in my family. Like if you see the end of the movie, you know the ending. I'm going to kind of keep it a little secret, but I've never had like a huge change like that, and so that I did have to work up emotionally as an actress and actually go to places that I've never been before to come up with those emotions. So that was a little different. So the underlining the love between the brother and sister was real, the picking on each other, but then realizing the change between our relationship, that I had to go to different places for that.
So where did you channel that? Like, as an actress, how did you get there? Because you got there in the film.
Thank you. Yeah. Honestly, just imagining if that really happened. If that really happened to my brother. And we shot it several different times. And so I had a couple different, so I went there and I got that. And it's funny, emotions can kind of dry up on you a little bit sometimes as an actress, and you're like, oh no! So I had a couple different backups of like, how else can I emotionally like internalize what would make me really sad, what would make me miss something, but then still be able to move on and still be able, like the song at the end I love. It's called Bittersweet, and it's really like a great theme and a great way to end the film. It's a sweet memory, but I choose not to be bitter. And so there's a couple different things. One, just imagining if I did lose my brother, and then he has kids. My real life brother has kids. Like, what would happen?
Oh.
I use that of like what would happen if my brother left, and not only it wouldn't even affect me, it would affect the kids, and that really got me emotionally, and just things like that. You kind of piece together whatever will get you there emotionally as an actor. So.
Well, knowing that y'all had no time, you literally had no time.
Yeah.
To be able to structure this out, can you talk about like the pre-production value of how much you actually guys accomplished in doing for this film? This is pretty amazing that you guys are getting to roll with this film on the festival circuit. This isn't how these short 1-2 days work at all.
Right.
It's kind of crazy. Y'all did a great job, I guess.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so we made it in 48 hours, which is insane. And the fact that it's accepted to other festivals, Frame4Frame, I'm so thankful to be here. And we're actually accepted into 5 different festivals so far, which is awesome. And so I'm just so proud that we're getting into other festivals for a movie that was made in 48 hours. So we didn't have a whole lot of time, so we started Friday night at 7:30. We spent till about 3 in the morning writing the script. We started shooting at 5 in the morning. We shot all day Saturday. And the great thing is, because we all collaborated on it, it was pretty easy. It wasn't just like a surprise when I was emailed the script at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I was already emotionally planning. I was already preparing. I was getting there already, and we had some great music that we already had the rights to. So I was listening to the music, kind of getting involved. Shot all day Saturday, edited all day Saturday night, and shot the emotional scene, the very last scene, Sunday morning, which actually worked really well because we're tired, we're exhausted. So it kind of played into that emotional part of like, I already want to cry. I'm so tired, I just want to cry. And so it actually worked really well. And then we finished editing Sunday afternoon and turned it in Sunday at 7:30. So it was crazy.
It's a very cathartic, busy Sunday.
Oh my goodness. And we made it 15 minutes before our deadline. We barely made it in. It was pretty stressful, but it was fun.
Wow. So when you were reaching that moment on Friday and you're deciding how to tackle this and you're going through that, was there any inspiration or is it just you're thinking about that series of moments that we get to experience?
Yeah, a series of moments. So we did the 48-hour film race, and with that we had some parameters that we had to stay to. So we pulled a genre out of a hat, like a surprise genre, and we pulled two, and we could choose between one. And one was a period piece, which is impossible to do in 48 hours, and the other one was called road trip movie or road movie. And so we're like, okay, road movie, got it. And then the other parameters were we had to have the character Ernest Spriggs, the locksmith. We had to have the props salt and pepper, and then we had to have the line "He doesn't care." And so after we pulled all those, we all got together. It was a team of 4 of us, and we sat for a couple hours, and we're like, okay, how do we do all this? And so we kind of had an idea of what we wanted to do, and it wasn't working. Like, we wanted to do a funny kind of dark comedy about a lonely mortician. So we actually even had like a location picked out for a morgue, because you're not allowed to write anything before the script, but you can kind of location scout, stuff like that. And it just wasn't working. So like all our ideas were not working for a road movie, like a road trip. And we're like, okay. So we scratched everything, and Mark, my brother, who also was the director, we were like, okay, who do we want to be? We literally started from square one of who do we want to be together? And we're like, that's kind of our relationship in real life, is what you see on screen. So we're kind of like a brother-sister kind of duo. And so we're like, brother-sister, boom. And we're like, okay, so what do we want the audience to feel? Like, we went with what's our relationship and what do we want people to feel? And Jason Walter Vail is an award-winning writer who wrote One for the Road. Mark Blitch wrote it as well. And they're brilliant. And their niche, they're so good at making you laugh and then putting the heart into it at the end and making them cry. And we're like, okay, let's stay with that niche. Let's make them laugh. Let's make them cry. And so with those, we finally kind of got the ground rules on that, and then it just rolled afterwards, and it turned out really well. It turned out great. I think so.
It's pretty amazing, because y'all do hit that comedic touch. I mean, the timing of the script is that good, I guess, is kind of crazy thing.
Thanks. I'm proud of them. And again, Jason Walter Vail and Mark Blitch are brilliant. They're brilliant. So
it must be weird to travel with this film as a road film. That kind of weird.
It's kind of fun. Yeah. Which is nice. And again, I'm just really proud of it. We get to go to Filmapalooza in Seattle next year, which is exciting. We're in a festival that is not officially announced, so I'm not allowed to say, but I'm real excited about it. In a month and a half, I get to go somewhere with it, which I'm real excited. So it's been accepted. We're actually in Canada right now, which I'm not going to go to that.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were accepted in a festival in Canada. So that's pretty cool. So now
you're international.
Now we're international. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
This little road trip.
I know, this little 48-hour film is international. I'm so proud of it, and it's just fun, and it's a fun movie for me as a producer and as an actress to be able to go around and do interviews and just kind of learn the festival circuit and just have a lot of fun with it. So,
last time we talked, we talked about what the guys are looking to do and what you're looking to do with different projects. What's the update? Give us kind of what's the rundown.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is Jason and Mark are working on a project right now for Project Greenlight, and they actually are in the top 10, I believe. So they got some cash money to keep going with a 90-second film for Project Greenlight. It's due in a week. So they're working on that, which is awesome, and they're, again, brilliant. So they're doing that. I'm currently still doing the One for the Road kind of festival circuit, and I'm writing a feature film, just kind of testing out the waters, getting help from Jason, which is cool. And we want to go do another film festival, a short film. So we're in pre-production for that, and that'll start after November. And we're hoping that if we can win the cash prize, then we'll eventually do our feature film, which we've never done a feature together. So that's the end goal. But we're kind of still at baby steps. We're still in pre-production for almost everything right now. So.
But that's not a 48-hour. That'll be.
It's not. So it'll be nice to actually have some time, some sleep. Sleep would be good in the process. So yeah, we'll have about a year for another short film to hopefully win the cash prize, and then have just as much time as we want for a feature. So,
perfect. Well, yeah. Danielle, I really appreciate the time.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see where you go from here.
Thank you.
And definitely, we'll keep in touch.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Awesome.